Hey guys, this is Mike the Scrapper. I always had a question. Can I turn number 2 copper into number 1 if I remove the paint, solder, and rust? I've never tried it, but let's try it now in this video. Alright, so this is a piece of number 2 copper. For this project, we're going to be using this Ryobi 6-inch bench grinder, my Ryobi cordless drill, with a steel brush attachment. I'll leave all the links down below. And we're also going to be using my Sawzall. The one I'm using is a Ryobi 1 lithium 18 volt. And I'm also going to be using a Milwaukee Sawzall blade. Also for the project, a copper cream. You're going to need safety glasses, a pair of gloves, and maybe a mask. So let's get started on cutting this piece. So now we have a piece of number 2 copper, and we're going to try to see if we can get to turn this into number 1. So now I marked both sides, one side cream, one side metal brush. So let's start with the metal brush side. As you can see, the metal brush did do a nice job. Now to pass for number 1 copper, it should have no rust, paint, or solder on the piece of copper. But we're gonna go and do everything to see if we can get all this dust or paint, everything off this piece of copper here. So now I'm just gonna use a little bit. That's a little too much. That's much better. So the instructions say I have to wet the piece of copper down with water. And now I'm just going to rub some of this copper cream. As you can see, it did make a difference. It really took the that little discoloration off. But it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like my metal brush side. So now let's try the 6-inch grinder. And we're going to be using the metal brush side. Now, as you can see, it looks okay. It wasn't perfect. But you can see the discoloration from the cream to the brush side of the copper. So now let's use the metal brush and let's take everything off. Let's see what it'll look like if I used just this brush on this whole piece of copper. Now look at that. That looks like a nice piece of number 1 copper. Now, I don't expect you to do this, but I thought it'd be a nice video to see what's the difference in products. So now, by doing this, you'll see it's only a 20-cent difference from number 1 to number 2. Alright guys, I don't expect you to try this, but if you do, please remember to wear gloves, follow the instructions on that cream, safety goggles, and whatever else you need to wear. Maybe a mask or so, and do it in a well-ventilated area. Alright guys, this is Mike the Scrapper. Please comment, like, subscribe. Till then, peace! Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, I have this series coming up called Magnet Fishing, where I'm going to take a magnet that can hold 255 pounds, and we're going to attach it to a rope that can pull up to 550 pounds. So we're going to be taking these to the rivers and streams, tossing them in the river, and seeing what we can get made of steel. Now, you might find something such as an old sword, an old gun, a piece of an axe, anything made of steel or iron. You'll probably find it in the river. So why don't you come with me, subscribe to my channel, and let's see what we can find together.